Here I am. Return the game volume down just a tad, because like when I was uploading it to YouTube, yeah, here I am. Last night. How's the sound, by the way? Now that I have somebody here watching. Good. This is the first time I'm using a microphone that's not just directly installed into the camera. So I'm glad it sounds good. Oh. This might be because I've been using the microphone in my GoCam, not the webcam that is installed with my computer, the one I bought separately, and it's okay, but it's not very good for podcast recording. So I'll be using a Blue Snowball and see how that sounds for the Metal Gear Solid episode that we're recording this Saturday. But I'm glad that it sounds good. Thanks for hanging out. I think Uncle Sam, you're I'm not sure what you mean. We're playing Metal Gear Solid 2 today. Our episode that we're recording this Saturday will be for Metal Gear Solid 1, the PlayStation 1 classic. Yes. Okay. All right. So that was your question. No. I'm very, very excited to talk about that game. And I can't believe that I waited this long to play it, but maybe this is the perfect time to do so. So, it's a classic for a reason. It lived up to the hype. I'm only... let's see how far into this one am I. Yeah, I'm only about... an hour and a half into Metal Gear Solid 2. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's like I recently bought a Switch 2, which is what I'm playing on right now. I'm playing with my Kirby controller, and the game looks really good. Yeah. I could tell that Snake definitely does not skip leg day or squats. This is the guy that surprised me last time. I think it's worth it. I traded in my Switch OLED, the Tears of the Kingdom edition, and it got me like $200 off. So I essentially paid about $250 for my Switch 2, and then of course I bought the controller and the case, so it got up to about $300. This guy's rocking out. Crap! Didn't take him out quick enough. Rookie move. Might as well keep it. Crap. Alright, come on, Snake, get up. I swear I played. Let's see if I can find a place to hide. I think so. Yeah, so if you, I took my OLED to GameStop and I traded in for the Switch 2. Open it. And, you know, I've played it in docked mode, and I've played it in handheld mode, and I think it's really great. Tried to be so careless. And I really like, I don't know if they're technically tank controls, but that's what they remind me of, is the controls for this game and Metal Gear Solid. The controls remind me of like the tank controls from the first 3 Resident Evil games and the Resident Evil remake from the GameCube. Yeah, the Silent Hill 3 controls are, but some people hate tank controls. I love them. I mean, when they're done poorly, they're bad, but when they're done like perfectly for like Silent Hill 3 and the Resident Evil GameCube remake, most recently Tormented Souls, oh, it's so good.
Colonel, we have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control. Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
How's the game sound and look? Does it look okay? Or sound okay too?
All communications to the halls have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the halls until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, about her. I shot her full of like 10 tranks, but I think the baby will be fine.
Who goes there?
Controls do take some getting used to. As I struggle. closer. I mean, they feel pretty familiar to me. It feels the same, but... No, Snake, don't... So you want to play with some grenades? We can play with some grenades. Oh shit, another grenade. Get out of there. Got him. Yeah, I think that they're not, it's Metal Gear Solid 1 controls, but better. And I like the controls for the most part for Metal Gear Solid 1. There were some areas in the game that felt a little unfair during like the last quarter. Like you'd turn a corner and all of a sudden there would be a gun camera right there. There goes my heat.
Who goes there?
It's got to be Ocelot, right?
Oh, Shalashaska.
Yep.
Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
Ah!
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Interesting. So Ocelot was probably my favorite villain from the last
Snake,
one.
are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe. The men down here are definitely Marines.
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No, I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake, let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear.
There it is.
Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Of course.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds
Got
of
it.
odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for
Alright.
Metal Gear.
Should be easy enough, right?
Worse. Yes.
I feel like I should save.
Oh, Snake, you want to save? The Chinese have a saying. Those who are lost never question a path, and a drowning man doubts not the shallows. And it means that you need to make use of other people's help. Otherwise, you could be in trouble. If you're lost, you don't even know whether a road you come across is a right one. And, what's the difference between shallow and deep if you've already drowned, right? Anyway, the point is that help is always a good thing to accept. So make good use of the codec.
Look, this stuff seems nothing like what Mei Ling used to talk about.
Hey, she couldn't do better herself.
Ugh.
I disagree. I think Mei Ling was the
So do a
best.
number of rogue states.
She is sorely missed.
They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray.
Can I sneak past this guy?
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs.
Nothing to see here.
Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background.
Stay low.
Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen.
Yep.
Always bear that in mind. Ours
Nailed
is
it.
not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon. It is yours to guard. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community.
Whew. Don't get cocky.
We have intelligence that there are anti-metal... You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear?
The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind. The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race
Sleeping
is about
on
to
the
slide
job.
back into the endless arms race of that last century. And we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before.
It's
I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade.
shit. I thought he was still asleep. I really should have gotten that picture.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Oops. I was doing so well too. I'm gonna go grab some more coffee real quick. I'll be right back. I was doing so well too.
The Metal Gear Rex
Oh,
development
thank God! I
of
was
Shadow
worried
Moses
it.
was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability.
Good.
Oh snap! It let me keep my other picture. I wonder if it's because I will admit I'm playing on easy mode.
But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission.
Good.
Bear that in mind. The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreement.
Well, at least I thought. They let me
like
keep
the
it.
NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence.
Oh, okay. All right, there it is.
The human race is
All right, I can't remind me which other ones do I need.
Okay, we're finally there.
So, this is the new Metal Gear.
Yep, and we're gonna show the whole world its baby pictures. Get the prototype on camera. We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Once you have the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of the area to transmit them over to me. Send me something I can use.
Okay.
about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century. And we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade and weapons grade plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century. Add Metal Gear to the mix, and the result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over. We once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this peace. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated by an onboard pilot. In its final form, Ray
Yeah, I'm excited
will be
about it
unmanned,
too.
driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system.
You know, I think the our introductory episode and then reviewing Metal Gear 1 and 2 were good warm-ups. I even had some people tell me, it's like, oh, just skip those games. But it's like, I'm a completionist. That, and I think that playing those two games, even though they were kind of irritating and janky and old, gave me appreciation for plot points in Metal Gear Solid.
The importance of next-generation technology such as C4ISR and RMA in battle situation has been discussed time and again, but Ray is the first to deploy it so fully. With Ray's completion, the Marine Corps will lead the way for a new age of military tactics.
Aha.
Good.
Let's stretch those neck muscles again. Right. Up. Right. Up. Let's continue.
Oh gosh.
The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already
It's gonna
attracting
be
strong
close.
criticism from Russia and China for its potential violations of the
Crap.
Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed
Oh
out from
no.
the very President Sears forced the NMD proposal through, succeeding.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Just saying, he could have easily climbed over that box.
The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability.
Okay, we're finally there. So...
I think the pictures are pretty good.
NMD technology leaked out. The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century.
But I think that
We
the
cannot afford to play that
I mean,
Russian roulette again.
I'm my own worst critic, but I think that the show has gotten better with each episode. I think the Metal Gear 2 episode is actually really good. Yes, the audio on all 3 episodes could definitely use some improvement, but we're gonna get there.
Black market trade in weapons grade plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century. Add Metal Gear to the mix, and the result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over. We once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this peace. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. I seem to be repeating myself. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated by an onboard pilot. In its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system. The importance of next-generation technology such as C4... The importance of next-generation technology such as C4ISR and RMA in battle situation has been discussed
Oh, that
time and
could
again.
didn't know I could do that.
Ray is the first to deploy it so fully. With Ray's completion, the Marine Corps will lead the way for a new age of military tactics. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now
Don't
considered a
mind me.
chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger
Alright, so where's
accelerated
this?
weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. We will proceed out of New York Harbor and conduct top-secret field testing of Ray. Shadow Moses has turned public opinion against weapons development. This training needs to stay covert. We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Stop! Freeze!
Southeast.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
This is your fault, Otacon. You didn't really make it
The
clear
Metal
where
Gear
the...
Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposed
Wait, is
to
that
be
it
the
right
first
there?
preparatory measure.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Oh, MGX. Very nice. Saw something about police knots in there. Okay.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... Oh, I don't think we can use this.
What are you talking about?
Okay, what am I seeing now? Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag.
Alright.
The next image is... We already have a good photo from the right. Okay, last one's coming up. This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well.
Against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces.
Don't mind me.
That is our mission.
Why
We'll
can't
bear
I
that in
turn?
mind. The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also
Good.
Alright.
forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century. And we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. The brain of nuclear spectrum.
Good.
Plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century. Add Metal Gear to the mix, and the result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over. We once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this peace. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated.
Alright, Otacon, hopefully these are good enough. Snakes certainly seem to think so.
Looks like I have your photos now. Let's take a look. The first image is... Okay, this works. It's a great front view.
Personally, I thought the other one was a great front view, but what do I know?
Okay, last one's coming up.
Kind of
You're a
surprised they
pretty
didn't
good
have me
photographer.
take
We can definitely use this
take
shot.
a picture of the rear
Okay, now we have all the photos.
with Kojima's
Snake,
obsession
the speech
with
is about
butts.
to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Metal Gear Rex, Metal Gear Ray.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
Oh, the flashbacks are in the PS1. That's funny. This dirtbag tortured me.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back.
All of a sudden, there's a lot less Marines.
Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood?
Uh-oh.
This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
The what?
You! Have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Kurlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
Ooh, Solidus.
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Kurlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Oh, snap. Okay, now he's just showing off.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
They're probably like, who's this guy?
Ocelot!
What's happening? No.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
Huh? What's happening?
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
Alright, so my guess was wrong. I thought he had like a robot arm, or hell, even a wooden arm or something. Or like the bear claw from Enter the Dragon. Not in a million years would I be like, oh yeah, he's got Liquid's arm, because Liquid was killed by Foxdie. But somehow his consciousness is in his arm. It seems like Ocelot. I mean, Ocelot must have been either tricked or agreed to do it. Wow. Okay.
You don't have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
Ouch. Oh, wow. Well, I don't have Gray Fox to bail me out this time.
Otacon, we have a problem.
You don't say. What the heck is happening?
Snake! Snake!
Okay. Are we gonna get like a kaiju fight at some point in the series? That's rhetorical, don't answer that. But it would not surprise me at this point.
Don't try problems. Proceeding as planned, sir. Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's newsflash.
Is it a frame
I
job?
would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Bumper burr. That's right, because I guess legally Snake and Meryl are dead.
Snake!
Or David. Yeah, we're gonna save alright. Scientists had to make thousands of calculations to create the atomic bomb and determine its effect. Computers and atomic bombs, both produced in World War II, grew up together.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time, but in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control.
This must be
Come in from downwind and pull up fast.
Raiden?
Fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The President?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the President and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
interesting.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
You're not Snake.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the codec button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the codec button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
What do you think, Cloud?
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Okay. Cool.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
It sounds like Campbell, but it's like he looks younger than Campbell. Maybe it's the same voice actor, and he's just playing a different character. Oh, crap, it's...
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Wow.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it. Colonel, I remember this place.
Of course you do. This is level 1 from the VR missions.
You're right. I see it now.
You may not have field experience, but you've been trained in the hyper-reality of simulated combat. Don't give in to fear. Just do as you were trained and everything will be all right. Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system. The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
That mask makes him look like an insect. Ah! That sounded like it hurt. Okay.
work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the pause button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies.
Wow.
Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Yeah, this is all sorts of suspicious. Oh.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
I'm under attack. Stay alert.
Stay on the lookout.
Music's great. Oh, there's the elevator. just like the elevator ride in Metal Gear Solid.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
What?
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
I don't know about that.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
A nerd?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment.
Excuse me.
First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
What's up, Jack?
It's not what you're supposed to be calling me.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good place to stop for now. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Great start. Seems like we're switching between characters, which is cool. I wonder how controversial this was back in the day. Yeah. I wonder if people were excited about... I don't know, it's like fanboys can be kind of picky and not open to new stuff or new ideas. I guess because I'm coming into the series so late, you know, and I knew going into that there were 2 playable characters. I didn't know if it'd be like a Resident Evil 2 situation where you pick at the beginning, but clearly it's like Resident Evil 9 where you're swapping back and forth every couple of hours or so, or at least that's my guess. Who knows? Kojima could pull a fast one and just kill this guy off in the next hour. Who knows? But thanks for hanging out. It's been real.